All right, welcome back. This is going to be a continuation of my DCS for Beginners video series. Today we're going to be going over campaigns and missions. If you're a new player and you've done all the instant action missions here and you've done all the training and you just want something a little bit more interactive, a little bit more full of content, something more engaging, and you have no intention of going into multiplayer, you want to continue to play single player, you're going to want to get into missions and campaigns. Now, Eagle Dynamics was gracious enough to provide us with 2 free aircraft and 2 free maps, and on top of that, they gave us a free campaign that came with the SU-25T. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. Click on Campaign, and then select the SU-25T, and you'll see Georgian Oil War. This is the free campaign that comes with the SU-25T in DCS. Now, if you've already played this, or you've read the introduction here and it's not really what you're looking for, and maybe you want something else, or you just want more options, there are a ton of free campaigns out there. So let's take a look at that. Click Cancel, open a browser, and you're going to want to go to digitalcombatsimulator.com. Once you're here, click Downloads and then User Files. This is the user file database on the DCS website. You can see there are a little over 23,000 files here, all of which are free. And these files range anywhere from liveries to sound mods, campaigns, missions, all of this stuff. There's a ton of free content. And this is just the user file database on the DCS website. There are many more free mods, free aircraft, and free stuff for DCS outside of the DCS website. So quite a bit of it is on GitHub. Other communities have it on their own website. There's a ton of stuff out there. Now, this is a good point where I can add my little disclaimer here, and that is, although there is a plethora of free content for DCS, not all of it functions. In fact, I would be so bold as to say there are some things out there that are free for DCS that haven't functioned in over a decade. And that is because anyone can upload a file to the user file database, provided it goes by Eagle Dynamics for approval. It usually takes a day or two before it shows up, but anyone can upload a livery. Anyone can upload a campaign that they built here for free. Anyone can upload a sound mod, anything. It's all free, and they're not getting paid for it, so they're under no obligation to maintain that file. So when new versions of DCS come out and new code is introduced into the application that breaks whatever file or mod or aircraft or mission or campaign that this person has uploaded, they're under no obligation to fix it because they're not getting paid to do so. Now, some people do, but some people don't. So just keep that in mind. All right, now we got that out of the way. Let's use this filter because there's over 23,000 files and I don't want to scroll all night. So type, we're going to select campaign, unit. You can see there are tons of aircraft here that have free campaigns. You can see how many, there's 15 campaigns for the F-15C. This is the Flaming Cliffs F-15. There's 17 campaigns for the MiG-29C. So let's select the SU-25T and click show. And there we are, all 14 free campaigns for the SU-25T. So we're going to select one at random here. Let's just click this one here. Once you're in here, you can read a more detailed description of the campaign. You can see who uploaded it. This is the creator, SFC Taco. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And below here, we have comments of people who have used the campaign, flown it, either reporting bugs or just commenting on it and how good it was or how bad it was, whatever. That's where the comments are. If you download this and you find problems with it, you can come in here. You'll have to log into your DCS account, and then you can make a comment and let SFC Taco know that it's broken. Mission 2, the first trigger doesn't kick off, so I can't take off without blah 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 blah. And then if he's actively maintaining this, he'll probably respond and get that fixed for you. If he's not, he's under no obligation to do so. He might not even play a DCS anymore. Who knows, right? So, but this is a free campaign. So let's click download, and we'll open that file. And here it is. We'll right-click on this, click extract all, extract, and there it is extracted. Let's open up the folder. And inside here, we've got the campaigns folder, a cockpit livery folder, and a liveries folder. And then, of course, an instructions TXT. Most of the time, these do come with README files. So I encourage you to go ahead and open those because they usually give you instructions on how to install it. So we'll open this up, and here it is. Shut down the game. So make sure that DCS is closed before you install it. And it says copy all the contents of the campaigns folder into this file location. Now, this looks like this is the core installation folder location. This is not the saved games location. So most mods and liveries all go into the saved games folder. folder. But every once in a while, you'll have something that does require to be put into the core installation location. So campaigns and missions are two of them. Those definitely go into the core folder. They don't go into the saved games folder. So we're going to go to the core installation location to put this in there. It looks like he also has some liveries that you can put in there. In my experience, I have not seen liveries break, the lack of liveries break a campaign. So if you don't install these, it shouldn't break the campaign. All it means is whatever jets he put those liveries on for the campaign will now be the default livery for those aircraft, whatever aircraft they are. And then of course, as the default HUD glass of the SU-25T is a total mess, you'd best use this feature, and he has a different cockpit texture. So it's up to you whether or not you want to install these. I'm not going to install them. I'm just going to put in the campaign. So let's close this file, and we're going to open up the core installation folder location. All right, here I'm in the core installation of DCS World. For those of you who installed it in the default location, it's going to be in C, Program Files, Eagle Dynamics, and then DCS World. I could be wrong. It might be Program Files x86, but one of the Program Files and then Eagle Dynamics, DCS World. Once you're in the DCS World folder location, this is the core installation location. We're going to scroll down and go to Mods, Aircraft, SU-25T, Missions, Campaigns, and this is where we put the campaign. So we're going to open up the campaign folder here. We're going to select all these files, right click, copy, and then come over here to the campaigns folder in the core installation location, right click, paste. And there we are. At this point, you can relaunch DCS. All right, once you're back in DCS, click on campaign, and now you should see under the SU-25T, the Outremmer campaign. To start it, just click on it and click OK. You can read the mission overview, situation, objective, all this information. And when you're ready, click start. Kind of have the same thing here, but this is the situation and objective for the first mission. If you click these slides, usually they have some satellite images or, oh, here we go. Here's a flight plan. Get an idea of where you're going. When you're ready, click fly, and there we go. Ready to go. When you're done with the first mission, you'll get a score, and it'll move on to the next mission. You can also purchase campaigns. So if you go back to the DCS website, click on eShop and then campaigns. And these are all professionally built by third parties who have partnered with Eagle Dynamics to create fully functional, interactive, and engaging campaigns. These things are very well done. They all have voiceovers and storylines, and it's just a lot of fun. I've already done a few of these, and every single time I've had a blast. It's definitely something I would recommend if you can afford the campaigns. Right now, I think they're currently like $10 or something. Yeah, $10. And there are prerequisites for each one. You need to make sure that you comply with those before you even bother purchasing it. And these are the requirements right here. For this campaign, you have to own the F-16C Viper, and you have to own the Cola map, because that's where the campaign's built. Some, I believe there's a couple that use the Caucasus map. So this one, you already have the Caucasus map. So really the only thing you need is the Huey. And you can filter by aircraft. And if you click the aircraft drop-down filter here, you'll notice we even have some Flaming Cliffs modules in here. So you really don't need to have a full fidelity module to buy a professionally built campaign. The beauty of these is you are paying for these. And because you're paying for these, they are actively maintained. So new versions of DCS come out that break them, they are fixed very quickly. Free campaigns, if a new version breaks it, it might get fixed, it might never get fixed. So this is kind of a guarantee here. If you want a guaranteed good experience on a campaign, you purchase one, and these are officially supported by Eagle Dynamics and the third parties that built these. Now, I understand that there is a way to do this in Steam, but I'm not going through that here. This is just going to be for those who are using standalone. I'm going to show you how this works. If you go to Files and then click on Available, you'll notice here, these are all the modules you've purchased that haven't been installed. As you can see, I have Weasels Over Syria campaign, but I don't have the second one. So we're going to buy that right now so I can show you how this works. So make sure you log in on the DCS website and then scroll down and find the one that you're looking for. Click Buy and go to the shopping cart and go ahead and purchase it. We're going to click Checkout. We'll read the EULA and agree to it. Once you've paid for it, wait till it says the payment is successful. Right now it's just processing. This might take some time. I've seen this take upwards of like 10 to 15 minutes. All right, now it shows order was paid. Now if I relaunch DCS and go to Files, we now see Last Out Weasels Over Syria 2. To install it, simply check the box right next to it and click Install. Click OK. And that's it. Now keep in mind, I own the F16, so this is actually going to work, but if I didn't own the F16 and I just bought that campaign, it would not show up here. So you got to make sure, like I said, that you comply with the prerequisites before you purchase a campaign, that you have the aircraft and the map that the campaign's built around. This is just for demonstration purposes. So click campaign, and I own the F16, so I'm going to select the F16, and there it is. Weasels over Syria 2, ready to go. If you have the launcher disabled or you're not using it for whatever reason, you can also install modules that you've purchased by clicking this square up here, and you'll almost always get this little pop-up with everything that is ready to be installed, things that you just bought or whatever. Because I uninstalled everything so that we could play this like a new user, this is all the stuff that I've bought over the years that I don't have currently installed. So I could check the boxes of the things that I want or select all and click OK, and it'll restart DCS and start installing everything. So if you buy something and you just launch DCS and you don't go to the launcher, straight here, just click on that square. That'll take you to the module manager, and this should pop up with the new thing that you bought. If it doesn't, you can go to modules and then just scroll down until you find something that you purchased, like the F5E here. I've purchased it, but it's not currently installed, and click install and it'll start installing it. So that's how that works. Much easier for a purchased campaign. Next, let's take a look at missions. So we'll go back to the digitalcombatsimulator.com, click Downloads, User Files, select Type, and we'll click on Single Mission. Now you'll see multiplayer missions here as well. These are for people that are going to host their own DCS server and host that mission on that server for their friends to log into and fly with them. We're not going to go over that today. We're just going to do the single player missions. So click Single Mission, and then the same thing, select the unit that you want that mission for, the SU-25T. There are 93. Wow. Click Show. And there we go, 93 single missions for the SU-25T. Let's go ahead and pick one. So let's do Operation Full Sweep. We'll click Download. And as you can see, it's just a .miz file, which is a mission file. Let's right-click on that file, click Copy. We'll go back to that window that we had open for the campaigns. This is the campaigns folder inside the core installation location. We're going to go back to missions. This is the missions folder. And instead of selecting campaigns, we're going to select single. Inside here, we'll just paste that MIZ file, right click and paste, and that's it. Launch DCS. Once you're back in DCS, click mission and select the SU-25T here. And we're looking for there it is, fullsweep.miz. You can see a description of the mission. Click OK. That'll load the mission. There we are. Click Start. Now, this is not what you're going to see on most single missions. Most single missions, you'll load straight into the SU-25T or whatever aircraft you downloaded the mission for, and you'll start the mission right away. Just click Fly. If you see this, what that means is they have included multiple spawn locations for this mission. So you can spawn airborne, or you can spawn on the parking ramp, or on the runway ready to go. So let's select the runway and click OK. All right, and you can read the situation and objective, all that. When you're done, click Fly, and we're on the runway for the full sweep mission.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant. This is Commander Blackburn with a final briefing on your mission. Intel has reported an enemy command outpost being set up near the Beslan airfield.
Now, if you want to mute the briefing or the audio on the mission, you can do so by using the comms menu according to the little instruction there at the top right. So hit the / key, and if you're here, just hit F11 to go to the parent menu. Select F10, and there it is. Turn briefing off. You can just hit F1 and turn it off. Or you can just click on F1, and that'll turn it off as well. All right, really cool. Not all missions have voiceovers, some do. This one sounds really cool. If you want to try one of the other spawn points, just hit Escape, select Choose Slot, and I can spawn into the air slot for this mission, and click Fly. There we are. So that's how that works. Not, like I said, not all missions will have multiple spawn locations. Most you spawn directly into the cockpit ready to go. Now there is one more option. You can create your own custom mission using the mission editor. But we're not going to go over that right now. We'll go over that in the next video. So keep an eye out. I hope this was helpful. See you guys in the next one.
Let's go.
Way up there. Flame out.